What's up, guys? I'm BTC. Ashe is now available for testing on the PTR, so I'm going to check out all of the different attacks, the abilities, the damage, distance, cooldowns, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to do some basic testing in this video. Remember, Ashe was just put on the PTR, and she's going to be there for a couple of weeks, so things are subject to change. I will make a full guide video when all of the details have been finalized and Ashe is being moved onto the live version of the game. So let's just start with the basic stuff. How much is the rate of fire? Now, the interesting thing about this is you can't hold down the button. If you hold it down, it just fires up one. So you have to rapidly click. The rate of fire is actually quite fast. But the reload takes quite a while. However, you can interrupt it anytime you want. But it's not a good idea. It's not really a good idea to reload, fire off a couple of rounds, reload, fire off a couple of rounds. There's way too much downtime during the reload phase, so you really want to use your ammo carefully and try to get it to full whenever you can. And then be a little more careful. When you do have some downtime, you can quickly, reload. For people that have the bad habit of reloading way too often, like I kind of do, this is actually going to work pretty good because you can just interrupt it anytime you want. So that's really good. Now, as far as the aiming down the sights, it still only uses one round, which is different because other weapons use multiple rounds. Like, for example, Widowmaker, when you scope in, it uses more than just one. But with Ashe, it's still just the one. Now, the rate of fire on the aiming down the sights is a lot slower. But it's still pretty decent. Now, as far as the abilities, we have the Coach Gun. It's on a 10-second cooldown. And the Dynamite, which appears to be on a 2-second timer, like when you throw it out. And it also has a 10-second cooldown. So, some of the things you can do with the Coach Gun... That was not the Coach Gun. Hold on. Some of the things you can do... That gives you quite a bit of vertical mobility. That is quite a bit. Now, another thing you can do with the Dynamite is, if you throw it, you can destroy it when it's in the air. Actually, kind of a neat little trick that if you throw it and you don't move your crosshair, it will be exactly where it needs to be in order to destroy the Dynamite. So watch. So if somebody is right in front of you and you want to detonate it quickly, just don't move the crosshair. So that's a cool little trick. Not bad. Now, let's check out the damage that this stuff does. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's check out the ultimate first.
Do something.
Wow, he runs a really far distance. And as you can see, I can build my ultimate charge while Bob is still active. Let's actually fire this. This is pretty much the longest distance in the entire game.
Do something.
Oh, wow. He just keeps going until he hits something. That might actually be kind of bad in some places, because you might end up sending Bob off the edge of the map. And let's check out how long he actually lasts. So, we'll start it at the 30.
Do something.
So he lasted for 15 seconds. Now let's check to see if it changes if he hits something really fast. So I'll wait again until the 17-minute mark, and then we'll throw it.
Do something.
Alright, so it does seem to be a fixed amount of time when he is actually in the gun mode. So that looks to be about 10 seconds or so. But him running until he hits something is not counted in that time. So that's important to know. Now we're going to find out the damage of these attacks and abilities. So for the regular attack, it is 40 damage. Aiming down the sights is 85 damage. So that means that's pretty strong. If you can land consecutive criticals with aiming down the sights, that is going to do quite a bit of damage. Now let's test out the dynamite. How much is that? Alright, so first of all, there's no impact damage, unlike a lot of other things. If you actually hit somebody with a throwable, like, for example, Tracer's ultimate, if you hit them with it, it actually does damage prior to the actual explosion and all that sort of stuff. So there's no impact damage, so that's good to know. And let's test out again how much it does for the impact. It appears to be 75. And another 100 for the damage over time. So 175 isn't too bad. Let's see how big the radius is for it. All right, so that's actually not that large of a radius. And, of course, there is damage fall-off, so the further you are away from the actual explosive area, you're going to take less damage. So, but the max is going to be 175. Now let's test out the ultimate. Actually, no, the coach gun is the next, so let's check that out. So at point-blank range, it is going to do 90 damage. Wow, that is a lot more than I expected it to do. 90 damage. Can this critical? It cannot. That was pointed directly at Roadhog's head, so it cannot critical. And let's see if there's, like, fall off to it. So there definitely is. So 90 is the maximum. It cannot critical. Now let's check out the ultimate Bob.
Bob, do something.
120 initial impact. And it's enough to kill Roadhog even after a full heal. So that's actually quite a bit of damage here. That is quite a bit of damage. Now, I know some people wanted to know some things. I am going to do a full interaction video, but just for the heck of it, let's see if...
Bob, do something.
So he can be pinned as well. And there's lots of other stuff too, like you can hack him and all that. He definitely does a lot of damage. Actually, you know what? Let's test out exactly how much damage he does by using the barrier. And we'll see that.
Bob, do something.
Okay, so he does about 1,100 damage. So 120 initial, and then 1,100 for just attacking. That's quite a bit of damage. Now, obviously, it's going to be spread out among the different players on the enemy team, but that's still quite a bit. I want to see real fast what happens if you hack him.
Bob, do something.
Oh, he just... Oh, he doesn't... And then he wrecks me. He completely stops.
Feeling much better.
Oh, wow. That is so strong. That is such a strong counter to that, then. Oh, man. And, of course, you can also put him to sleep and stuff as well. Where's Ana?
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
Bob, do something.
Nap time.
Wow. Okay, so he's definitely very strong. But at the same time, you're going to be able to counter him pretty easily. I mean, there's going to be lots of stuff that you can do. So, alright, this is just the basic testing. Like I said, guys, I will have a complete interaction video where I'll go over everything that you can possibly interact with Ashe and her abilities and Bob and all that sort of stuff, friendly and enemy. And I'll also make a complete guide video once they've finalized all the details, and I'll have all the cooldowns and all that information. So, what do you guys think about the character? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Also, come hang out in my Discord server and my Twitch live stream. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see what kind of cool VIP rewards you can get, check the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.